Hi! Thank you very much for joining back in. My name is Fonny. In my channel, I talk about my houseplant and my Hoyas. In today's video, it is something very similar to Hoya Bloom series, but it is slightly different because it is related to Dischidia blooming. I have one or two Dischidia only in my collection because I always find Dischidia to be quite difficult to take care of. They are very sensitive to watering, and I really want to make sure I know the care tips before I bring on more into my home. However, after I would say 4 months of experience, I finally had a Dischidia blooming that I can share in my channel, and hopefully I can share some of my experience that I have that could be useful for you. So the Dischidia that I'm showing you is this one here, Dischidia Nummularia. I actually only got two Dischidia in my home. As I mentioned, it is this one over here and also the white diamond. A little bit of background why I would like to show you Dischidia care tips and also flowering tips is because one of you have commented in my comment box in one of the video mentioning that could I show him or her the Dischidia collection that I have, and I mentioned to the commenter, I said, well, I don't really have a lot. However, I would like to share my experience with Dischidia when I have a positive experience. So I am very happy to let you know in today's video I will show you my care tips and where I put the Dischidia in my room condition and how I managed to provide the environment to the Dischidia so then it can flower. Before I dig into the flowering detail, I want to provide you an overview of the care tips that I provide to the Dischidia I have at home. So as you can see here in the video and picture, I placed it right next to my south-facing window. In the morning time, it will also receive direct sun. And the humidity level, it's between 30 to 45. And with regard to heat, I think it would be around 17 to 29 during the spring and summer time. And this is nothing that I really provide in addition. I never put it in the greenhouse. However, when I first purchased the Dischidia Nummularia, I purchased in around February this year, and now it's May. So it is around 3 to 4 months of experience. At the time that I got it, it is planted in soil, and I don't really like to have soil in any of my plants because of the fungus gnat situation, and I just really like Lettuce Pond. So then I planted it to Lettuce Pond after a month of acclimation in my home environment. And it took a bit of a hit, I have to say, in the beginning. Some of the stems has dried out because the existing root died off. So you can have a look at how that looks like in my recent spring growth update. So here comes into a very interesting part and also related to how I managed to provide the flowering environment to the Dischidia Nummularia. Is there was one stem that is very close to the edge to die, and it looks pretty alive for the stem itself. However, the existing root is very dead. So what I did is I provided it a prop box. So then I can hopefully just make some air roots and then replant it back to the pot. Here is the first part. How long does it take to have the first flower of Dischidia Nummularia? It is after a month that I have transferred this particular cutting to the prop box, and I can show you it is over here. If you can see, it is just a normal prop box, but I will show you a close-up of the flowering. If you can see the really white dot over there, I'm going to give you some close-up and then you can have a look at the flowering. So I am really excited and very overwhelmed and unexpected and surprised when I saw that not only the cutting survived, but actually it pushed out flowers on each node. That's how I deduced my thought that I want to share with you. What are the tips and what are the important factor for Dischidia to flower, at least for Nummularia. And I only have this as an experience, an experiment. Let me know in the comment box down below if you have any suggestion and experience on flowering Dischidia. But let's have a look at the peduncle formation process. In the first week after I have put this cutting into the prop box, I saw very tiny dot on each of the node. I was wondering, are those air roots? But it doesn't really look like air roots because it kind of have that kind of rounded shape on the edge. And I was thinking, would that potentially be my first experience in Dischidia flowering? And then I kept on observing. After a week, I saw that tiny dot grow a little bit more. It deviates from the shape of a normal air root. So then I'm pretty sure that those ones are flower buds. And then after a week, I saw the flower bud grow even larger. And now it is the 4th week. I see the white flower forming like very pointy on the edge, on the corolla. I would say it is much more underwhelming than the Hoya bloom. So then we move on to the flower shape. For Nummularia, you can see that the flower is a plain white and it's very small. You see in the corolla, it just opened up a little bit, and in the corona, I can't really see actually the corona, but I will show you all of these close up in this video. And if you have any experience of the stage of Dischidia flowering, also leave a comment down below, and then I can just have a better idea of how that actually proceed. So yeah, I would say for Dischidia Nummularia, it's a plain white flower. And with regard to the another part, the flower scent, I can't really smell anything because today is the first day of the first bud opened. I will pop the comment down here to show you whether it has a prominent smell afterwards or it just kept it like this, a very low profile flower. Yeah. And with regard to the flowering duration, as I said, today is the first day. I will keep track in the flowering duration, and I'll leave a comment down here as well, how long that takes for the entire flower to last for. And last part would be the Peduncle Nature. Again, I have no idea about this because this is the first time I've actually ever seen a Dischidia flower. Let me know in the comment box down below if it is similar to Hoya or it depends on species to species. My guess is it should be rebuddable, but I'm not sure. I will need your suggestion to let me know in the comment down below. So yeah, I think this is the kind of experience I have, the first experience I have for a Dischidia blooming. Now, as I promised, I'm going to tell you the flowering tips, or at least in my experience, what I think made a huge difference when it comes to the flowering condition to be provided for Dischidia to have the flower. First, very important, I believe it is humidity. Because I put it in a prop box, which has almost 100% of humidity 24/7, it is the most significant difference between the room environment I'm providing and also the improved environment that I have provided. So I am quite sure that humidity really stimulates the growth of the bud for my Dischidia that I'm showing you now. And second of all is the warmth. Because it is in a box and it is constantly having a grow light on top of it. It is the aquarium light that I provide. It provides a very constant environment for the Dischidia to kind of regrow its air root and also potentially grow the flower bud. So I think the first most important reason is the humidity level. Second is the warmth. It would be around 24 to 26, I believe. That's the average kind of heat, warmth, temperature it has received. And also a constant light source. Yeah, that's the three important things that I believe. And as I mentioned, and I have to stress it out one more time, I guess and I can deduce the conclusion that it is because of the higher humidity level. Yeah. So if you have any tips on flowering Dischidia, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people will have much more experience than me with regard to Dischidia. Please leave your comment down below so everyone can learn something from each other. If you are interested in this type of content and you don't want to miss out next time when I posted similar video or new content related to other houseplants, please feel free to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out next time. Until next time, I wish everyone is having a great day and I'll see you next one. Bye.